Hello, it's Alan, the SEO guru. I really enjoy making these videos. This is like fun for me because it's me kind of rehashing old ideas. And one of the things that I experienced through my long history of doing marketing is the excitement. There's always something. I remember when social media became a thing and people were like, "Oh, I want to start a social media site. I want to," like everyone would come to me and they'd pitch their social media site. Oh, it's going to be the best thing ever. It's going to be, it's the next Facebook. It's the next, whatever, And it was always that thing. And it would be like a whole bunch of people coming to me with the same idea that was going to totally fail because they didn't have the money, they didn't have the resources to make it come true. And but there was just so much talking about it. There was so much excitement about these new ideas that people were like, "Oh, I gotta jump on board. I gotta make the next social media site, or I have to do some social media marketing," or there's always some hype around the next big thing. Well, right now I feel like deja vu. I've seen this pattern before where Chatgpt is that new hot thing that everybody's excited about, and there's like, "Oh, we got to use this for our SEO. We're gonna make more content, and we're gonna do this with it, and we're gonna do that with it." And oh, ChatGPT, it's like the best tool ever. And they're all excited, and it's not going to work out so well for them. I kind of want to explain what ChatGPT is and explain why it isn't what people think it is. But I'm also going to give you some hints on how to use it to help you. So I'm going to first of all explain what ChatGPT is. It is a great software where you can basically ask it a question and it will give you an answer. And it uses AI to do that. In the most simplest form, that's all it is. You ask it a question, it gives you an answer. That is actually very similar to what Google does. You ask it, how do I brush my teeth? And if you ask Google that, it will give you a bunch of sites that will answer that question. Well, ChatGPT does something very, very similar. It has like a source of information that is kind of pulled in from the internet, and it uses that information to find answers to whatever you've typed in, and it kind of compiles that together in order to create that answer. So there's a bunch of elements to that. So one of the things that it does is it will take excerpts from multiple sources. So that right there should raise a red flag with anyone that knows anything about SEO. One of the things with search engine optimization, or SEO, is that when you're building content on a website, you need content that is unique, 100% unique. Because Google will often flag sites that have non-unique content as being spammy. It will actually kind of rank it poorly if it has content that has been recycled or regurgitated or scraped from other sites. And it'll actually give you really bad rankings. So you want to avoid duplicate content. And there's many programs that actually will help you find duplicate content. There's Copyscape is a good example of a site that basically you plug in the URL of the page that you want to look at, and is it duplicated? And it will find all the references that site had used to create whatever content it has. Well, with ChatGPT, it fails the Copyscape test. It will actually, so if you make a page based on the content created from ChatGPT, and you put it into your website as like an article about whatever it is that you decided to ask it about, if you run that through Copyscape, it will fail. It will find other sites that have that information. And this creates two problems. One, it does create this duplicate content issue that I explained, but it also creates a situation which could have legal ramifications. Because what happens is there are companies that will actually scour the internet looking for people that have stolen their content and file copyright claims against those sites. And I actually worked for a company that was their whole bread and butter. They just go around filing copyright claims for other companies, and they would really brutal. You'd pay huge fines if they found that you had copyrighted material on your website. So you don't want to be in that situation where either you're going to get poor rankings with Google or potentially get legal action taken against you. So do not use Chatgpt for creating content, for creating big amounts of content. It's just not the way to do it. There's better ways. However, Chatgpt is not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's like, there are good ways to use it. And here's a good way to use it. One of the things you can do if you're on YouTube, and if you're running any type of business, you should be on YouTube. YouTube is a great marketing tool. Well, with ChatGPT, what you can do is ask it for help. And what I mean by that is a lot of the time it's really difficult to come up with a really great title. A great title. What am I going to call this video that's going to get the clicks, the make it viral and make it seen by thousands and thousands of people? What can I do to do that? And it's really hard to come up with those ideas, because after a while, especially if you're doing the same type of content over and over again, you have a tendency of writing the same title over and over again. It gets very repetitive, and even your regular subscribers might not be interested because the titles just get boring after a while. So having a source to come up with unique, interesting titles is a great tool to basically help you with making viral videos, making your video more engaging. The title of your video is one of the big keys to making your video engaging, where people are more likely to click it versus somebody else's video. So how do you do that with ChatGPT? Well, simply you say, okay, what is your topic about? And if you watch this video, I'm actually going to use this for this title. Whatever the title is for this video, I don't know it at this moment, but it'll be a ChatGPT generated title, and I'll show you. Okay, so I say, okay, with this video, for example, it's about ChatGPT and how to use it for marketing. Okay, so I say to ChatGPT, how do I make a YouTube title, for a viral YouTube title, actually better, that's about, and then I put in quotes, ChatGPT and marketing, okay? And what it'll do is it will create a couple titles, okay? Then you say, if you ask it immediately right after that, give me 10 more, it will actually use those two questions together, and it'll actually give you 10 more titles. And you can do that repeatedly if you're not happy with the results. But the point is, you can get a bunch of titles that you can look through, and then you basically just ask yourself the basic question, which title would I click? And then you pick the best title. It's really that simple. And generally the titles that it'll create, it'll give you some sort of ideas that you can work with, you can leverage. Maybe it's not quite right, but you can tweak it to make it work for you. So that's one of the tricks that I do using ChatGPT. And there's other ways to use it, but that's one of the tricks that you can do using it for YouTube, using it for marketing. And I hope you enjoyed that little tip and that little rundown of the good things about ChatGPT, the bad, and the positive, how to use it in your own marketing. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. If you have comments and you want to have, if you have questions about SEO or questions about marketing, put it in the comments below and I'll get to those. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.